Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chat with Kat. Only this time, we're getting unhinged. I have a new series starting right now where we're blowing shit out of the water. We're not going to plug in to this matrix anymore. I'm no longer a coach. I'm no longer going to cuddle you or hold your hand. We're going to get disruptive. And let me tell you, if you're not in for a feral ride, maybe stop listening and scroll on. But if you're here for it all, stay tuned. Shit's about to get crazy. I wanted to talk today about my favorite word, consistency. Consistency, consistency, be consistent. I'm joking. I fucking hate that word. We're gonna blow this shit out of the water today. Consistency is a scam, okay? For one, you're not a robot. You don't need to be in a routine. You don't need to be doing the same shit every single day. Wait a minute. Isn't that actually the definition of insanity? So why are you basing your life off a routine other people are telling you that you should do? They're not living your life. Wake the fuck up and go do what you want to do. So unless you've been programmed by Elon Musk, stop thinking you need to show up like a robot. The word consistency has become a weaponized guilt trip, shoved in every corner of business and personal growth like it's a golden ticket. It's only a golden ticket to the fucking loony bin, okay? Here's the truth. You don't need to be consistent. You need to be intentional. Intentional with your words, intentional with your actions, and intentional with your heart. So while this is going to be a feral and unhinged series, the intention behind it is always with goodwill and love. Okay? I'm just not sugarcoating shit anymore to fit everyone else's expectation of how I should think, be, and act. I'm just going to be me. So come along for the ride. Consistency is for assembly lines. Last time I checked, you're not a car. Intentionally is for creators, disruptors, wild souls, frequency bending legends like yourself. Being consistent without alignment is just repeating bullshit you don't even believe in anymore. You're just following the herd. You know what's more powerful than feeling obligated to show up and do certain tasks every single day of your life? Showing up when your soul is on fire. Showing up when that spark comes in, that idea comes in, that creativity comes in, that nudge that just sparks something in your soul, and you're like, oh, I totally forgot about that. I'm so good at that. Why am I not doing that right now? When the message is dripping in truth, when the vibe is unshakable, when your body says yes, do it. Because right now, I bet you're saying yes to a lot of no's. You're doing things every single day that you don't even want to be doing. You could care less. If I told you you didn't ever have to show up and do those things ever again in your life, and you would be rich and wealthy and abundant and supported in every way possible, more than you can imagine, would you still do those things? Drop in the comments what things you would still do and what things you would be like, bye, Felicia. The door is to the left. Don't let it hit you on the way out. So, your mind, your energy, and your purpose all flow together. So, if you have ever felt like a failure for not being consistent, it's time to let that go. I want you to think of this. How many times have you been told, well, you got to show up to the gym 5 days a week. You got to eat healthy every single day. You got to restrict your meal plan all the time if you want to lose weight. You have to walk 10,000 steps a day. You have to do yoga, Pilates, kickboxing, earthing, grounding, blah, 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 blah. That's a full-time fucking job, is it not? I honestly don't even know how people work full-time and commit to their workouts and meal plan. I did it. It sucked and it was stressful. Why would we want to do things that are so stressful and taxing to our mind, our body, and our soul just to look a certain way? Don't you think there'd be a better way with all of the things that we've come up with in this life? No one's come up with a better way. Everything's a fad, everything is consumerism, but we're not talking about that today. So you were never meant to be predictable. You're meant to be powerful. So I would like to welcome you to the unhinged era where you get to be the most magnetic you can ever be. You get to have fun, you get to be wild, and you get to be you. Not every day, but the right days, the real days, the days that change the damn world. You're meant to do something great with your life. You're here to make a difference. And if you already know that, that's why you're here and listening to this right now. Because consistency isn't key. They're selling you a bunch of BS to make money off of you, to buy more books, to go to more seminars, to show up more, to do all the personal development, to do all the coaching. That's why coaching for me is dead. Because I am not here to hold your hand. You don't need somebody holding your hand. You need to show up and believe in yourself. You need to pour all of your time, effort, and energy into you. Not worry about what everybody else is doing, not worry about what everybody else is thinking or saying. And I know it's easier said than done. That's why next week we're going to talk about the catch-22 of awakening from the matrix, escaping reality. Are you taking the red pill or the blue pill? So, I want to know in the comments. I want you to get vocal. I want you to get active. I want you to tell me if you got to wake up in a completely different life tomorrow, what would you no longer do? What would you no longer be? What would you want to be known for? What would you want people, when they hear your name, to think about you or to say about you to other people? Because you get to do whatever you want to do. You get to be whatever you want to be. And I can't wait to dive deeper into this with you. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet for today, but you no longer need to be consistent. You're not a robot. Elon Musk did not program you, and that's that. We're ending it there. Thank you for tuning in to another Chat with Kat, and welcome to Unhinged, a series where we go feral with Kat. Thanks for listening.